Alright, we're trying this again. It's not exactly the way I thought it would work, but let's see if it's adequate, I guess. I'm just checking to be sure that I'm live, and it looks like I'm live again. So the color's a little bit different than I'm used to. But anyway, let's see how it works. So this is supposed to be now a seamless transition from my face to the screen. So, you know how in the past I've always had to be like, okay, sorry, you're going to see my ceiling. Again, it's not perfect, but we're going to go with it, and I'm going to put together a few cards for you. So, let me drop the camera. Look at that. And flip it. Okay, now I'm working on, you'll notice, the new glass mat. You've probably seen lots of other demos working on it. It's really, really nice. But we've all experienced the same thing with, so I have fluorescent lights on my ceiling. And so everybody's been experiencing the same thing with a glare. So I'll have to play around with that a little bit, but we're just going to deal with it today. So I'm playing today with the Memories and More card kit from the new mini catalog. These are so fun. You get some stickers. There's actually 3 sheets of stickers. Here's another one. And here's the third one. Aren't they pretty? I love the colors. I love the colors. So, we're going to play with those a little bit today. I've kind of got them laid out here on the side of my screen so I know what I'm doing, but I'm going to show you a couple. So first of all, the cards and envelopes look like this. There's 2 different colors, and I'm going to raise this up just a little so you can see a little more of the picture. And then the envelopes look like this, so they're the complementary colors, but the back of the envelopes, the insides of the envelopes are also really pretty. So I'm going to be making some cards with these today. Super simple cards. And I think that I might actually be using this for some February cards at the end of the month of February. So the kit comes with if you buy the kit yourself, comes with 2 of each of these cards. If I do a class with it, I think I would split the deck so you have 1 of each. But there's fronts and backs on all of them. Picture perfect. These would be really, really nice for scrapbooking too. And I'm also working on an 8x8 scrapbook album. Hi Jane, what's the weather doing up in the northern part of Minnesota? It's actually pretty clear here right now, but we're in a blizzard warning until, I don't know, the middle of March. It's cold, wind chill warnings here also, so it's a good day to be in my craft room. Well, any day is a good day to be in my craft room, let's be honest. You can do hard things. I love that. Okay, so that's just a little sample. I've set aside here the ones that I'm going to create with today. So, let's get at it. I'm not seeing comments on my computer, but oh, okay, nope, I see that people are watching. And I'm going to wait, I think, to, on my computer screen, I believe I can see comments. So, alright. We're going to start with this card right here. So I'm also bringing in a little bit of, I've got to set my camera aside just for a second. A little bit of Calypso Coral paper. But if you don't have Calypso Coral, even white would be pretty on these cards. Again, I'm gonna fussing again with my camera. I want it a little higher, but you don't really need to see my belly. There, let's go with that. Okay, so, ooh, this is Flirty Flamingo. Is that the color I want? I think I want Calypso Coral. We are winging it today, people. We are winging it today. All right, we're going to use, no, I don't want to use Flirty Flamingo. Shoot, I don't think I have any Calypso Coral. So we may be going with white. Let me just double check here one more spot. We could use Pretty Peacock also. That I have. Okay. Kind of a bummer when you run out of the color you want. But there's always an alternative color. Like I said, you can always use white. Alright, I'm going to bring in my trimmer. And I just want to make a border. And I am going to also add some white. Excuse my arms. So I'm just going to use the basic white. And I'm going to make a border around this card. And I want it to be Pretty Peacock first. Okay, here we go. I think I'm set. Alright, this card measures, I can measure it right here on my new glass mat. 3 by 4. So I want the piece that I'm trimming to be just a little bigger, 3 1/8 by 4 1/8. And then I want the white piece to be 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. I should have turned my paper the other direction. I would have had a perfect half cut there. Whoops. Why did that snap out? Again, because I'm on live TV, right? There. No problem. Okay, so I'm going to bring in my bone folder because I want a nice crisp fold. And I'm going to just fold this card base. These are non-standard sizes. These are 5, I believe they are 5 by 7. These are not. These are 4 1/8, 4 1/4 by 6 1/2. Strange size. Alright, I'm just going to use my Mono Liquid Adhesive Glue, and I'm going to attach this card that comes in the Memories and More kit to the border piece that I cut out of Pretty Peacock. And then I'm going to attach this piece to the white that I cut. You don't need a lot of glue, and I'm not even using dimensionals for this one. Okay, now I don't love that it says Lovely Moments, because that seems more like something that I would use for a birthday card or for a scrapbook page, but I want to make it a birthday card. So we're going to go ahead and cover Lovely Moments with this sticker, and it is just going to cover, so be really careful. Make sure you get those lines underneath covered. And then I want this to say happy birthday. I have to go this direction. I want to make sure that the lines are straight here. Happy birthday. Isn't that cute? I just love how simple this card is. Now, could I have put that other Coastal Cabana color underneath? Absolutely. But you saw me punt there because I didn't have any. I probably have some, but it must be in one of my boxes of projects here. I'm going to put that a little bit closer to the top than the bottom. Just for a little visual interest. And that is all that that card needs. Now, if you want to bring in some bling to add to it, you certainly could do that. Let's see, let's just use some basic pearls. I've got a whole little assortment here of pearls, and I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool because it's the easiest way to apply these. The Take Your Pick tool has just a little bit of adhesive on the tip, and it just acts like an extra finger, but this little adhesive on the tip is going to help me grab these pearls. It's hard to sometimes do that, especially if you have fingernails. And I'm just going to fill in some of these little white spaces. And 3 is generally the number that crafters like to work in, 3 or 5. Alright, I got a little adhesive right there on my glass board, probably from one of the pearls that I've already used. No worries. Alright, that is card number 1. Now, eventually I will bring in some of my generic stamp sets, and I will add a sentiment on the inside. So, card number 1. So, if you're watching, come on in with a comment on where you're watching from and what the weather is doing where you are. Alright, I'm going to use Coastal Cabana for the next card. And a couple of the features from this sticker sheet and this sticker sheet. Alright, let's see. First I'm going to go ahead and fold my card in half, burnish it so I have a nice crease. I do not see that anybody is watching right now. I must have freaked everybody out when I came in earlier and my camera wasn't working. Let me just check one more place here on Facebook and see if I am indeed still live. It looks like I'm live. Possibly people are not coming in because it says testing. I'm actually not testing, but whatever, it's fine. It's all fine. I will leave this up and people will be able to watch it even after I've gone off camera. So on my phone I can see that there are people watching. I'm just not sure who they are. So, and that's okay. Welcome. If you are here for the first time, my name is Chris. I am the face and the voice behind Create with Chris. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I am in Worthington, Minnesota, where we are having some sketchy weather this weekend. We are in blizzard conditions. We are in wind chill conditions, and so there's no school today, and several businesses are closed, and we're just gonna hunker in for the next several days. So thanks for joining me. Glenda's here. Hi Glenda, thanks for joining me. Glenda is from Sioux City. They're having the same type of weather down there. So, all right. I am going to be using this sticker, but I want to tie a bow around it first. I don't think I have enough on this, but we're going to try it. We'll see if I have enough. It's the very end of this roll. Yeah, that probably will be enough. All right, so a little tip that I just learned the other day. Maybe I've learned it before, but I'd forgotten about it. If you want to use a sticker like a embellishment, you can take your Pouncer, your chalk bag that comes with your embossing kit, and it basically has a little bit of, I don't know, baby powder, cornstarch, something in it. It's used to take the static electricity, out of your paper before you heat emboss. But it also works to make this not sticky. Magic, isn't it? Oh, the tools. All right, so before I put this on, I'm going to tie a bow around the handle of the paintbrush. Don't be oh, I have powder all over me. Don't be intimidated by tying bows. If I have something to tie it onto, I will typically tie upside down, because I feel like when I'm done, the tails land more properly where I want them. So let's get those a little bit smaller. Just fuss with it a little bit, and a little bit tighter. And then I'm going to bring in my ribbon scissors, and I'm going to trim the ends off. This one has a little bit of tape on the end where it was adhered to the cardboard roll. Okay, just a little ribbon on there. Linen thread would work nicely too. All right, then I want to use this sticker, but I only want to use half of it. So I'm going to bring my trimmer back in, and I'm going to set this on here. Oh, you know what? Maybe it is only one. It is only one. I don't need to trim that. All right, I just need one of these. Okay, I'm going to put this near the bottom. This is kind of a shimmery calypso coral striped sticker, and I'm going to save this piece because I'm sure that I will be able to use that somewhere else in my little card kit. So we'll just put that right back in there. All right, so I've got my sticker on there. Then I'm going to adhere this card from the Memories and More card kit. I'm working in the lower half of my card base this time. And then I'm going to bring in my paintbrush with a few dimensionals. So I am going to pop these up this time. Again, I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool. I'll put a small one on the handle, and I might put a small one on the middle. Remember, this was a sticker that I just turned into a non-sticker. So, I just watched a video the other day of someone who never uses dimensionals. She only uses the foam sheets and then cuts them to the size she wants. Never heard of that. But now that I know it, I've been looking into the foam sheets because they definitely have a purpose. Okay, we're just about done with this card. What it needs yet is a verse. And again, I'm going to come in at the end and I'm going to put in all of my inside greetings and do all of my stamping. So eventually I'm going to have something like this, not this color, but I'm going to have something on here with a verse. Okay, so that might be part 2 of this video. Sue, thanks for joining me. Yeah, this does make me feel a little springy, doesn't it? All right. In the midst of winter, it's kind of fun sometimes to go ahead and perk your day up with some sunshiny cards. These are the Memories and More cards that are in the current catalog. Do you notice how I keep trying to hide the glare? Okay, this one's going to be super easy too. I'm bringing in this big butterfly. Now I could pop it up like I did the paintbrush, but I think I'm just going to do this one flat and try to get that in the middle. And now I'm going to use those other happies. And this is going to be more of a congratulations card. I should say that I was inspired by all of these cards today. I'm copying most of them just like the artist did. It's a page called Stampin' Up! Paper Pumpkin Redesign. So, they're not Paper Pumpkin, but that's where I found this. Happy birthday. No, let's do anniversary for this one. The butterfly kind of makes me feel anniversary-ish. Happy anniversary. Okay, I'm going to bring in my pearls again. And I'm going to put some pearls down the center of the butterfly and give it a little detail. Let's see, I need a few more small ones. I had a class yesterday and we used pearls on all of the cards, so my sheets have all been started. We're going to go all the way down with this. Okay, got a little bit of putty on there, so again, a great use for the take your pick tool. And let's see, this one might need a little bit of a ribbon or something. Let's see what I've got here. Let's see. This is pretty. Alright, let's bring in some of this. This is the Ribbon Duo Combo Pack. And the other color that was in here was, I think, what was it? It was a really bright green one. Was it Lemon Lolly or was it not Pretty Peacock? I can't remember. Bunny Ears. This one's nice and soft, so it should lay nice and flat. Bunny ears, and then straighten it out a little bit. I always keep my ribbon on the roll because then I am not wasting hardly anything. Usually just that left side. And then I'm going to attach this with a glue dot, a mini glue dot. Okay, bring your ribbon to the glue dot instead of using your fingers or a tool, because then you just handle it less. Alright, let's see, where should I put the butterfly, or the ribbon? I kind of want it off center a little bit. Maybe right there. Cute. Again, I will come in and add the greetings all at the same time so I can have my ink out once. Okay, let's see what the next one is going to be. All right, the next one. I'm going to use this card. This one I'm also going to add something later. This was my scrap from my first cut. Okay, we're going to add a greeting on here again later, and I'm not 100% sure what it's going to say, but I am going to go ahead, and this is 1 1/4, so I want to go 1 3/8, so that you'll get an idea. This is going to go over this. Yes, that's going to be really cute on there. Okay. I just didn't know what I would do with this particular So Sweet card. Jane says it's cloudy and 10 degrees at the moment. Oh, well, that's warm, because I think we are minus. Siri, what's the temperature?
It's 2 degrees outside.
Oh, it's 2. When I got up this morning, it was, all right, I'm done with you, Siri. When I got up this morning, it was, oh, I hate to waste that butterfly. Well, I'm going to do it. Sometimes you just have to. It was, I think it was -2 when I got up this morning. So, all right. I know some of you are just shrieking that I just covered that whole thing, that whole butterfly. It's okay. There's another one in the card pack. Okay, I'm covering up You're So Sweet. This is going to have 3 layers on it because I'm eventually going to stamp on something white in part 2. I will go ahead and finish all of these. What I'm going to do on this one is I'm eventually, again, part 2, I'm going to be adding some of these Calypso coral fronds and these flowers, and they will overlap the greeting that I'm putting on this one. Okay, so come back for part 2 and we'll finish that one. Sue, it's 9 but feels like -11. Light snow, our wind has picked up. And Sue, tell me where you are. I am in Minnesota, southern Minnesota, almost Sioux Falls. Almost Sioux Falls, South Dakota. All right, this is a cute one. I love you to pieces. This one is going to be another simple card. And I'm going to be adding some black and white, I believe, if I can find it. Black and white gingham ribbon. Where are you? Black and white, black and white, black and white. Oh, I know where you are. Okay, hang on. Be thinking about this one. I gotta turn around here and grab my ribbon. Here's the other ribbon that comes in this 2-pack. So one is Lemon Lime Twist is the one I was trying to think of. So that's the one that does not coordinate with this set. Alright, this one I'm going to bring in some black and white checked ribbon though. Okay, so I want to also put a backing on this card. So, bring in my trimmer. Does it make you crazy that I just plonk my trimmer on top of everything that's here? That's just the way I operate. So the cards are 3x4, so I want my accent piece. I'm going to go 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 this time. It's a little bit wider. It will show a little bit more of the pretty peacock. I'm going to save that piece because like I used the other one, I will probably use this one. Okay, Sue, you're close to Sioux City. Friends with Glenda. Friends with Glenda. Let me think here. Glenda. Oh, Glenda. Okay, well, my husband has an Aunt Glenda, so I had to be sure it wasn't. Okay, Sioux City. Well, you guys are close. Thanks for joining me. All right, I'm going to just gently tear off the bottom of this one. I should have cut it maybe a little bit longer. We'll see if it's still going to work. It's going to work because I'm going to trim off part of the I love you. How about that? Let's go right between those two. And I'll save those because I may use those later too. All right, there we go. That's what I want. All right, I'm going to glue this on here. You'll see that I use mono liquid adhesive more than a tape runner. I just like that I can move it around a little bit. Got a little bit of flexibility with it. Now I'm going to come in around the bottom here and I'm going to tie just a knot. Okay. Sometimes bows can be tricky. Oops, it's going to fuss with me a little bit today because I'm live. And also because I try so desperately to save ribbon. I'll go a little bit longer there. All right. And I need my nails trimmed. There we go. Just a knot. Now, after I've trimmed this off, I'm going to be able to fuss with where I want it. And how long. Yeah, those tails are pretty good, but I can kind of flex this card a little bit, and then I can slide this up or down. I want it right down at the bottom where the card meets the cardstock. Okay, let's get some of this junk out of the way. Bring in our card base again. That's pretty on there. All right. And make a nice tight crease. Yes, Glenda Blom Huffland. I feel like I am knowing you gals from Beyond the Training, Beyond the Challenge with Kevin Thiessen. Am I correct? I'm going to go a little higher on this one. I could have popped that up, but it's okay. Let's add some pearls. Bring in my Take Your Pick tool. This will be a nice Valentine card. Perfect. Might even be for my hubby. I think I'm going to keep the pearls down here on the flowers. A little bit different style than I normally do. There you go. How about that? 4. I know my artist friends would tell me I can't have 4, so I better put a 5th one right there. All right. Kind of hard to see the pearls, but there they are. Okay. Hi, Cindy. Okay, Glenda's saying, no, that's not how I know you. Okay. Well, thanks for joining me. How'd you find me? Okay. Next card. Oh, I love this one. This one also is going to get a different verse, though, in video part 2. So, stay tuned. All right. Yeah, good things. I don't want that to say good things, but I liked the cherries. So, All right, this one I'm going to back with black. Yep. All right, these cards are all 3x5. Let me raise this up just a little again. And so I know that I need to go either 3 1/8 or 3 1/4. I think I'm going to go 3 1/4 again. I like the pop of black by 4 1/4. I'll save that piece and bring it in later. All right. Pretty. That looks pretty on there. I'm still getting used to this document camera, so I keep having to remind myself to look up. Oh, Glenda, yes. We have chatted about this. I'm so sorry that I forgot. Your husband's Aunt Glenda, is she from Edgerton? Yes. I think we've chatted about this before. Yes, Glenda Masselink. Oh, I love that you found me through Facebook. I notice your name pop up a lot, so thank you for following me. Yeah, it's been years, several years since I've seen Glenda, sadly. We just don't gather as a family very often at all. All right, let me look through my bling here and see if there's, oh, those would work on there, wouldn't they? Not those. Not green. Let's see, how about those? No, not those. Ooh, how about those? All right, you guys, if you could see my mess that I have going here, I think probably all demos who do live videos say the same thing. By the time I'm done, you know, I have everything out that I own, and then you get to put it all back. Now that I have those out, I don't love them. I'm going to go with these instead. All right, and I'm going to use the large ones. I'm covering this later, so let's see. You know what? I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait on bling on this card because, remember, this isn't going to say good things when it's done. It's going to say something else, like happy birthday, or thank you, or thinking of you. So I'm leaving those. Let me fold this first. I'm leaving those, and I'll do all my stamping and verses the next time I come on live. Part 2 might be this afternoon. Okay, so I'm gonna finish that one live, but good start, huh? All right. Okay, Glenda, I'm confusing you. There must be another Glenda in my life then. So sorry. But again, thanks for joining me. I love having you here. Sioux City. My husband likes to go down to Sioux City to get Twin Bing candy bars. And he always gets a full box. And I don't care for them. So he puts them in the freezer and he just whittles away on them for weeks and weeks, and then the next time we get to Sioux City, we get another batch of Twin Bing candy bars. So that's one of the things that you're known for. I'm going to put a mat behind this one, and I'm going to go 3 1/8 by 4 1/8. So just a thin mat behind this one. And then this is another card, Enjoy the Little Moments, that I'm going to trim down just a little bit. It's currently 4 by 6 1/4. I'm going to cut off 1/8 of an inch and see what that looks like. That's not 1/8 of an inch. There we go. Ooh, that's hard to see on this part of the trimmer. Let's try that. All right, let me see. I want a little bit more of that pretty peacock to show. There we go. All right, keeping all my scraps off to the side here because I will be using them again. All right, let's layer this up. Remember, I know it looks like I'm wasting this card, but there are 2 of everything. So I can always use that sentiment from the second card. On this smaller card that I'm wasting the back, it's not that great of a back, so I don't feel bad at all about using this one. I think I'm going to put this one up on dimensionals. I'm going to use 1 on each corner. These are the larger dimensionals. Did you know that we have large and mini? I love that because some things just don't require a full dimensional, and some things can't. That's not cooperating today. Some things can't are too small. So I'm looking out the window and it doesn't look like it's doing anything right now in my backyard. The world needs more people like you, is what this card says. And I have several friends that I could send that to. Okay, so I popped that up. Now, remember that little piece from the first card? Oh, it's not quite long enough. But I am going to put another strip like this on here just for a little interest. And I'm going to carefully trim that off and then save it, because I will probably find another place to use that. There's that darn glare. I have to keep my... Maybe I'll work up there higher. Sorry about that, guys. And I'm going to put a bow on here also. I'm going to use this more linen-y colored one, and I'm going to double it. Let's make sure it's long enough. Oh, my hands are so dry. Okay, I'm doubling it. 2 bunny ears. Loop it through. Those of you that have kids may have taught your kids how to tie a bow on their shoes this way. Looks a little funky at first here, mostly because I haven't trimmed that off. Okay, now I can play with it, and I can get one of the loops a little bit smaller than the other. Again, just for a little variety. There's no magic in deciding how to add your little extra touches. Alright, I'm going to use a glue dot. Bring your glue dot to the, or bring your ribbon to the glue. There you go. And let's see, where do I want to put that? I'm going to put it right here on this, on that line there, that little coral, calypso coral line. But then I want to bring in one more thing here. The world needs more people like you. Let's see. I'm just going to use the word love. Sorry, I'm off camera. Trimming that. And then I'm going to bring in this little banner, and I'm going to combine these two things. I don't know. Just because, right? Alright, and I'm going to tuck this underneath here. Before I do that, because this is sticky on the back, I'm going to get a little bit of that powder on there, and then I'm going to put a dimensional on the back because there's a little difference in height here. Okay, and I'm going to stick that right under there. Just for a little fun. Alright, let's trim these a little bit. I'm going to leave them longer because I like that. The world needs more people like you. Nice. So cute. Alright, let's keep going. Look at all the stuff that I have left. I know that I want to use these flowers for one of the cards that we already started, or these flowers. And I know I want to use a couple of these, but I still have so much stuff that I can use. So let's keep going. I could also add pearls on that last card. Remember, there's going to be a part 2, so I can always come back in and add all the little doodads coming up. Alright, let's see. This one is a card that I'm wasting, but there's a second one in the kit. So I want the back side, but I want it to be a border, so I'm going to have to trim this one. So these cards are 3x4. I'm going to take 1/8 of an inch off of each side. I am feeling like I might need a new blade soon. That first cut got a little hairy. Do you notice that I cut back and forth? I try to do that so that my blade wears out evenly, so that it's not dull on one side. You can also always do turn your blade around if it starts to get dull. Let's see, Glenda wants to know what time I'm going to do part 2. Good question, Glenda. It took me a long time to get connected to do part 1. So I may try, I'm trimming it just a little bit more, guys. I may try to jump right back on as soon as I grab some stamp sets. So let's see how long it takes me to finish. I have, I believe, 2 more that I want to make here. And now I'm just kind of eyeballing trimming this, so don't go don't freak out on me there, girls. I didn't measure those cuts. Alright, I just wanted a little more of the pretty peacock to show. There we go. Alright, so we wasted one of those large butterflies, but we've used both of the small butterflies. There was one that was a sticker. Oh, I love this. I love you each and every day. A lot of these cards are going to be sweet for your kids who are off at college, your spouses, your siblings. Okay, that's pretty. Let's see. Do I have enough to do another birthday card? Ooh, I could do this. Okay, here's this little tiny. I should have taken that off with this. Oops, okay, wait. Set that aside. Let's put this on first. good masculine cards. The world needs more people like you, I think is maybe the one, or the love you to pieces, maybe. I just saw that comment, so I'm not sure which one you were referring to. All right. Happy. And then I still have a birthday left from this. Happy, let's offset that a little. Happy birthday. Okay, there's that. And now let's add in, I think I have some gold. Oh, I have silver. Let's see how silver works or looks on there. Oh, silver might be kind of pretty. All right, let's use some of this. And again, bunny ears. Oh, my hands are so dry. I even put on special expensive lotion today that I got from my good friend in Florida. Sorry, apparently I can't talk and tie a bow at the same time. Okay, again, this one is a little bit bigger than some people prefer, but I think there's room on the front of this card for a bigger bow. So let me grab my mini glue dots. All right, and then you want to kind of squish it up so that it doesn't stick to the envelope. And I'm going to put this, I feel like I need to put it maybe right there. And I want these, you know, ribbon doesn't always curl the way you want it to, but I want those to curl this way. I wonder if it would curl if I use my bone folder. I don't think it works like, oh my gosh, no. I don't think it works like curling ribbon, does it? It's straightening it though. Oh, that's not bad. Maybe I will trim them down a little bit. All right. A couple pearls. I've got 3 pearls sitting here all by themselves on this sheet. So let's just use these up. Let's put one down here and one over here and the last one, come on, maybe on the wing there. Okay, that sheet's done. Okay, what do you think? Looks good. All right, 2 more. 2 more. Let me think. Okay, this one I'm going to be kind of aggressive on what I'm doing here with this card. I shouldn't say aggressive, but I don't need it to say so many reasons to smile. So I'm just going to cut it off. I'm just going to cut that off right at that line. Now I'll save this, but I don't need it on this card. All right, I'm going to leave it nice and wide, and then I'm going to, yeah, I'll use this color, and I'm going to wrap this around a couple times. Okay, I just saw a trick last night. All right, I'm going to see if I can remember how to do this. She put a little bit of adhesive. Let me get my tape runner. This is the Stamp and Seal Plus. Okay, this was my friend Beck in Australia did this. It was her way to save on your ribbon. Alright, so I'm going to start on the front here, and I'm going to go to the back. I'm going to lower the camera so you can see what I'm doing here. And I'm going to get out of that glare. And then she looped it and went back to the front. And then looped it. And then looped it. It's just saving having all that string wasted on the back of your card. I might have to demo this again. I got kind of a hot mess going on here. Sorry. Again, not used to my camera angle. Okay. Loop it. And I think I'll go one more time. So, do you see the back is kind of a hot mess? But you're not wasting all the linen thread or baker's twine on that segment of your card. Okay, and then I believe I have to go one more time in order to get my tail at the bottom. So I need a little more adhesive. This is going to be my last loop. Okay, and then I'm going to cut it off. I think I'm going to have way extra string this time, but first time for everything, right? And I'm not going to tie this yet. Let me tell you why. All right. First of all, now I'm going to put some of this adhesive right over to make sure that those stay there. I always think that it's easier to tie a bow or a knot if the piece that I'm tying to is not loosey-goosey. So when I affix this to the card front, and I'm going to make sure that oh, you're welcome, Glenda. Isn't that a fun idea? Yeah. I'm going to be sure that that's stuck down nice. Now I'm going to tie my bow, because now I don't have to worry about holding the piece, and I don't know, it just seems easier for me when it's attached to something. Okay, now I want to tie a bow near the top. And I also think it's easier to do a bow if you do a knot first. Okay. Alright, now sometimes when you do this though, your bow will sit sideways, so you may have to try a couple different ways. Clockwise, counterclockwise. Sometimes I will even just tie the bow separate and glue it on, and nobody will know. I think I'm going to be okay here. You know, it gets a little twisty, so you have to play with it a little bit. There we go. Pull it tight and trim, trim the tail. I thought I was going to have way more waste than I actually do. Okay. All right, that's the start of this. I'm going to stamp something on here later. So, that's kind of fun. And here is the last card. All right, the last card for right now. Hello, beautiful. This one's going to be really simple. we're going to glue it on. And now we're going to get back to those sticker sheets. Hi, Jane. Oh, is Tori on? Let's see. I didn't see. Maybe. Okay, well, maybe she's on. I can't see that she is, but hi, Jane. Thanks for coming back. All right, we're pulling in these sticker sheets now. And we're going to use, I've already decided I was going to use these flowers on one of the other cards. So I have these available. All right, let's see. I'm going to just place them. I'm going to pop them up. So again, I'm going to use my little pouncer. You can also just use baby powder, talcum powder, any kind of powder. Okay, once you do that, they become non-adhesive. And now I'm going, no, these are too big. Mini dimensional. Oh my gosh, I have so much stuff out here, you guys. This is crazy. Crazy. I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. Okay, mini dimensional. Take the back off that. I'm going to put this one right here. And I'm going to put a small pearl in the middle. So that one is popped up. Let's see. I'm going to use, this one is the darker color. I'm going to rub it a little bit on my powder bag, and then it becomes non-sticky. Pick off the wax back, and let's see, how about right over here? And let's do, oops, I'm going to put a pearl in the middle of that one. The baker's twine that I was using, remember I finished a roll in the first card? Hi, Haley. Oh, good. Haley just got another t-shirt order. I don't know if any of you are signed up for my retreat coming up in February, but Haley's my shirt saleswoman designer. Okay, so I finished up the first roll of baker's twine, and I'm starting another one, but these packs of baker's twine come in these 4 colors. So you have quite, oh, 5 colors. That one too. So, maybe. Yeah, that's right. Listen to me. I don't always keep track of everything. Let's get a pearl on here. That's done. Okay, and then again, I'm just going to tie a bow. Try to keep it from curling. I know it really wants to curl. Get your ears through there. Kind of let it roll through the natural curl that it wants. Now see, it's way too big. I'm going to turn this over so you can see better. And now I'm just going to play with, I'm going to hold the center, and I'm going to play with getting those ears the right size. Trying to keep them from curling. It just sometimes takes a little bit of putzing. I have a friend who said one time, it's the details that make them look so good when they're done. And getting your bows to look nice is one of those details. If you come to my live classes, I'm always willing to tie the bows for you. And I'm almost always willing to tie the bows if I do kit to go. I haven't done a kit to go for a long time, but usually when you order your kits from me, the bows are already tied. All right. Baker's twine is tiny, so I want to kind of roll up that glue dot behind there. If you don't do that, sometimes your card will stick to the inside of the envelope. Let's see. Let's put this right here. I'm trying to get all of the baker's twine onto the glue dot so that the card is not sticky. And I like the long tails on this one again. They're a little too long for the envelope, so I'm going to trim them just a little. Ah, really? Do I need a sharper scissor? I just bought myself a new Snips, but maybe I need, this is my ribbon one, maybe I need a new ribbon one. That didn't want to cut very well there. What do you think about that one? Alright, that is everything. Okay, let me get some of my junk. First of all, this is what I have left for cardstock pieces that I was cutting, and I may or may not bring some of that in the final cards. This is what I have left of the stickers. That one just stuck to my hand. Oh no, I just lost the, wait, it's here. And it landed face up, sticky side up. This is what I have left of the sticker sheets. I think there's one more sticker sheet somewhere. Yep, this one. That one. Okay. And in my kit, I have all of this left over. And wait, there's more. All of these card bases are left over. So there's really a lot of stuff in the kit. So now I am going to clean up my area. I'm going to log off, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to figure out what sentiments I want in the cards that we just created. And then I will be back in, let's say, okay, it's 1 o'clock. How about if I come back at 1:30 and we'll do a live finishing up of these cards. All right. Thanks for joining me, and I'll be back at 1:30.